my son offered to photograph me. But I didn't expect this. True Infidelity Story by Jassica Jones Thought. It began on a peaceful Sunday morning. The house was quiet. Sunlight streamed through the curtains, and I was enjoying a cup of coffee when my son, Ryan, walked in and said, "Mom, let me take some pictures of you today. You deserve it." I smiled. It had been years since anyone photographed me. Between work, family, and keeping the house together, I had forgotten what it felt like to simply be seen. Ryan's sincerity melted my hesitation, and I agreed. Little did I know, those photos would uncover a truth that would change my life forever. We went out into the garden. The weather was perfect. Golden sunlight, soft breeze, and the sound of birds all around us. Ryan adjusted his camera and said, "Smile, Mom. Look at me, not the world." For a moment, I felt happy. I laughed freely, and Ryan looked so proud behind his lens. But suddenly his smile faded. He lowered the camera slightly, his expression shifting from joy to shock. "Mom, don't move," he whispered. I froze as he snapped another picture, his hands trembling slightly. When I asked what was wrong, he hesitated, then turned the camera screen toward me. My world collapsed in that instant. In the background of the photo, standing just beyond the fence, was my husband. He wasn't alone. A woman stood beside him, her hand resting in his. They were laughing, close, intimate. I knew her. She was a friend. I stared at the screen, unable to speak. Ryan's voice cracked as he said, "I've seen them before. Mom, I didn't know how to tell you." That single image, meant to capture love and light, had revealed betrayal and darkness. That night, when my husband came home, I showed him the photo. His face turned pale, and he tried to deny it. But silence spoke louder than any words. Years of lies, excuses, and late nights suddenly made sense. I sat quietly, numb, until Ryan placed his hand on mine. "You don't deserve this, Mom," he whispered. His strength was the only thing keeping me from falling apart. I knew then that the truth, no matter how painful, was better than living in illusion. The days that followed were hard. I filed for separation and began focusing on myself for the first time in years. Ryan stood by me through every step, reminding me that I wasn't alone. A few weeks later, he gave me a printed copy of that same photo, but cropped differently. The background was gone, only I remained, smiling beneath the sunlight. He handed it to me and said, "This is who you are, strong, beautiful, and free." For the first time, I cried not out of pain, but from strength. Sometimes, the truth arrives in the most unexpected way, through a word, a silence, or even a photograph. It may break your heart, but it also sets you free. If you've ever faced betrayal, remember, you are not defined by what happened to you, but by how you rise after it. Thank you for listening.